welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and today I want to film a video. I was trying to film yesterday, but both of my batteries were dead. So I want to show you what I wore to a concert, although the concert did not turn out to be what I thought, but I'll tell you all about it. So this is kind of what I wore yesterday to work. I kind of wore the same thing today to get the same vibe. I'm not going to remove this at all. I'm just going to zhuzh it up for the concert makeup, and I'm going to show you how I do that and what I wore and all that kind of stuff. So the first thing I did was I spray the Gucci, what is it called again? The Glow Hydrating Mist. I absolutely love this stuff for refreshing the makeup. It makes it look like you just applied it. I don't know what magic is in here, but it's really good. You can use this as a prep spray, a setting spray, or a refreshing spray. I think this really shines as a refresher, and it's really nice too because the rest of the makeup went on really nicely on top of my skin because it was hydrated. So I'm going to give my skin a really generous misting. Fan it for just a sec, but I don't usually fan this down. I do let it sit there and sink in on its own and just kind of rehydrate my skin. I do need something on the lips though. A little Summer Fridays lip balm. So as that sinks in, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean up the eyebrows a little bit. Usually I just go with the Q-tip right underneath because somehow the color and everything migrates. So I got a little bit of color off there just to kind of make them a little cleaner. I don't know how stuff happens, but you know, powder and the pencil and stuff just kind of gets around. So I'm gonna clean that up, but I'm also gonna put a little more brow powder on. Darken them up a little bit. I'm going to use the Billion Dollar Beauty brow powder in the shade Taupe. I'm a little brush. Just kind of freshen them up. And I thought about removing everything and like redoing at least the face, and then I thought, nah, it'll be fine. I don't need it to last all day, and it was only going to be for a couple hours anyway, and it worked out perfectly fine. So while this is like freshly hydrated on my skin, I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Complexion Crush Foundation Concealer. I do tend to use this all over my whole face, and I can't believe how much of this I've used. I guess I use this a lot more than I thought. I'm not going to put it on my whole face, just on spots that I might want a little more coverage. So the nose, the chin, over here. Not going to cover up the blush and everything that I already had on. And of course, going to use my damp sponge. I think I might want to put a little bit of concealer too on my under eyes, just like little tiny bit on the inner part. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to use the same one. Little tiny bit right here. I'm going to blend it mostly with my fingers. Okay, and then I'm going to use a powder with a little bit of coverage to it. Where did I put it? Here it is. I'm going to use the Kosas Cloud Set powder. Mine has a broken lid, but this is it here. And this does have a little coverage to it, which I really like. So it'll kind of help everything look like I just put foundation on without, you know, having to redo everything. You know what, I'm going to go over the blush just a little bit because it looks real glossy, and I kind of want to tone that down for the blush that I do want to wear. And then bronzer. I pulled out Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I just reached to the back of the drawer because I've been reaching for the e.l.f. one so much. I said, use something else already. So I pulled out this one, and you know what? I loved it. I mean, I've had this for years, and I still haven't hit pan on it. And I don't use it all that regularly because honestly, when I first got it, because this was like a limited edition packaging, I thought the bronzer was limited edition, and it's not. This is like a very popular product from them. It has a really pretty like orangey undertone to it and a lot of shimmer. And I really loved it. I was like, oh no, I gotta pull this out again. I gotta leave this in my drawer so I can continue using it. I love this tone. This orange, I love it. This reminds me of the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. I really like that bronzer a lot, but it doesn't last. Like the powder, the physical thing doesn't last. Like suddenly it'll just have no pigment. So I've purchased that a couple times over the years and I've had the same experience. So although I really love it, I don't know, I don't want to own it anymore because it doesn't go bad. It just like literally stops working one day. But this reminds me of that. So I still get the same experience as the Rimmel bronzer, but in a way more expensive package. I don't know. So I did go kind of heavy on the bronzer because it's kind of what I wanted it to look like. Real bronze. Ooh, I love this. Highlighter. I pulled out the Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Iced. I know they don't sell this brand anymore, but you might be able to find it from time to time at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. That's where I bought a few of the products. But I really wanted a highlighter that was like really intense because it was nighttime. And I thought, you know what? What a time to go crazy with the highlighter. Little on the nose. I love it. I gotta pull this out again too. I really love this highlighter though. It's really, really good. I'm gonna clean up the eyes a little bit because right here in the outer corner, I feel like stuff has migrated. That looks better. Okay, the blush. Another product. I actually have never used this other than last night. This is the Bare Minerals Blonzer in the shade Kiss of Rose. I have one of these blonzers in a different shade and I absolutely love it. I have a whole video dedicated to that blush. But my grandma gave me this one and I haven't used it because it looks so dark. And I thought, well, that's just gonna be too over the top. But I saw someone else use this in a video not too long ago that had fair skin and it looked beautiful. It didn't look overly pigmented and I thought it would. So I thought, well, let's use it tonight, last night, and if it's too pigmented, it won't matter anyway because it's, you know, it's nighttime, it's concert makeup, go over the top. And I loved this color so, so much. Ooh, this is more than I put on yesterday. But it is a little bit of a shiny color as well. And I'm gonna kind of like really try to blend it out here because I wanted to kind of do a little this thing. This is a little much. I think I did a little much. Let's try to tone it down. I'm gonna go back with that powder brush. Just kind of go over it a little bit. But I absolutely love this color. I have to pull this out. I think yesterday was the first time I had worn it too because I just kept thinking it was gonna be too pigmented, which obviously it can be if you overdo it. Okay, ooh, I love it. Okay, and then the eyes. I did have on this yellow eyeshadow yesterday, but what I did, I used again the Profusion Adventurous palette. I'm just loving this palette so, so much. I gotta fix this eyebrow real quick. I went really heavy with the yellow one that's right here. I love this yellow, it's so pretty. I just really went intensely yellow and I pulled it like all the way up here. I blended it almost into like the front part of the brow. Same on this side. Oh, let me tell you who we went to go see. So there's this band, Solence. And they were the band that I wanted to see. They were the only band on the bill that I cared about seeing. The other bands were, the headliner was Amity Affliction. The other band was Hail the Sun. The other one was Many Eyes and then Solence. And I went to the band's website to buy the tickets because they were selling tickets for their tour. Got the tickets. And then I got an email like from, it's from not Live Nation or Bands in Town, or it's one of those like email sites that like sends you concerts that are coming to your town. And it mentioned them and it showed that the poster with their name on it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. They're going to be there. Awesome. Got the tickets. And then later that evening, I was looking at the listing again, and their name was gone. And I was like, well, that's kind of weird. But I went to their website, and they didn't mention anything about not being on the bill, not being on the tour anymore, nothing. So I was like, okay, well, I also bought the tickets from the band's website, so why would they be selling tickets for a tour they're not doing, you know? Anyway, I don't know if you could see what I'm doing. I blended the yellow like all the way out here. I gotta start doing that more. I really like the way that looks. And then I got this other shade. This was a shade I used for the first time yesterday. This matte purpley one on my trusty little Billy Dollar Beauty brush. And I'm gonna put this on the outer corner, right out here. Anyway, so I started feeling kind of funny because I was like, I have a feeling they're not going to be there. Why would their name not be on the bill all of a sudden? But it's still on the poster, and they're still selling the tickets on the website. But I had a feeling they weren't going to be there. And I don't have Instagram anymore, so I couldn't check their Instagram to see if they posted anything to say, hey, we're not going to be on the tour anymore or whatever. But I did click through to their Instagram from their website. But if you don't have your own Instagram account, you can't click on anything else. You can't click on a picture or to see their stories. It'll make you sign in, and my account is deactivated. So I couldn't see, but just from the home screen on Instagram, I could see like the first like 12 things you get to see. That doesn't even let you scroll. They hadn't posted anything, like a pinned thing that said a note to our fans, nothing. So I was like, okay, well, maybe they're still going to be there. They're still selling tickets on the website. Anyway, I still have a funny feeling that they're not going to be there. Get to the venue. Guess who's not there? They're not there. We walk in, and I'm looking as we're walking at all the merch booths that are lined up, and I do not see one for the band. And I was like, I knew it. I knew they were going to be here. And they were the only one I really wanted to see. So the first band that was there was called Unwell, and it looks like they were the band that filled in for Solens because their name wasn't on the posters. It was just on the listing on the website. Anyway, here's that eyeshadow. I love this. So I was really worried about this color. I think I mentioned it in another video. This one right here. I just thought it was going to blend kind of weird because normally matte, like maroon shades, they have a weird like quality to them. But this one blended so nice, and I love the way it looks with this yellow. I loved it so much. I wanted to recreate it. I loved it. And I do credit this brush though. This is just such a nice brush. Sorry, it's getting cloudy and sunny outside, so the lighting might be changing, but that's okay. I love it. And I love the yellow all the way out here. I love the way that looks. Anyway, the first band's playing. They're like poppy, pop punk, whatever. It was fine. And then the second band, and that band said, give it up for so-and-so, and all the other bands are playing. And I was like, he didn't say Solens. I know they're not here. I knew it. So anyway, another band came on named Many Eyes, who I had never heard of. And they were very good. They were very, very good. Yeah, I didn't want to stay to see the other two bands because let me tell you, I tried to look them up. Okay, I'm going to take this one right here, this like orangey color all on the lower lash line. I did look up the bands, and I thought I would really like Hail the Sun. Not for any reason, because I've never heard of them either, but you could kind of just tell the kind of music they were going to make just based on who else was on the bill, I guess. And I thought I would like them because Drew Gooden likes them, and I love Drew Gooden. And I was like, Drew Gooden's gotta have good taste in music. And he mentioned one time in a video that Hail the Sun was his favorite band. So when I saw they were coming, I was like, oh, that might be kind of cool anyway to see them. But I wouldn't have paid just to see them. I didn't want to see them like that. Anyway, so then I tried listening to them a couple of days before. I could not get through one whole song. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. The singer's voice is just not for me. Their style of music, just not for me. So I was like, okay, well, that's fine. So I tried to listen to Amity Affliction, and it was more of the same. Just not for me. It's just a sound that is like dated in a way. Like it sounded like 2005 emo, screamo music, which I love, but not that. It didn't hold my attention whatsoever. I felt bad because I was like, ugh, I don't even want to stay to watch them. And the band I really wanted to see wasn't there anyway, so. But Many Eyes was very, very good. Got a t-shirt. I should have wore it. I should have been wearing it now. I didn't. Darn it. Just thought about it. Anyway, so that's my whole story. I even did a half-day PTO today from work, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna stay up so late the night before. I better take a half day so I don't have to get up early. And then it didn't, yeah, we didn't stay for the whole thing. So what I'm doing, I got some of that dark purple and I'm putting it on the lower lash line here. I'm gonna like smudge this out more because I know it's looking kind of crazy. Let me do it with my finger. But I also wanted it to look kind of crazy. And then a little bit around the tear duct area. Okay, and then I'm gonna get the highlighter, the Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighter, and put this on the inner corner, just as a little pop of brightness. Anyway, and then we get there, and the bill also said 21 and over because I saw that on there, but there were children there, which is fine, but I don't know, it said it was 21 and over, it said Solence was gonna be there, and they weren't, and I was so mad the whole time. Anyway, so I sent them an email. I sent them an email, and I was like, I need to talk to your manager. I just sent an email to them saying it was disappointing. Why were they still selling tickets for a tour they weren't gonna be on? And then of course I went to check their website that night, and the tour is not even on their website anymore. But it was there just a couple days before because I saw it. That's when I bought the tickets, you know? Anyway, sorry about the lighting, but it's fine. Here's the eye look. I cannot explain to you how much I love this lid. That purple color going in with the yellow, I just love it so much. Okay, next thing I did, a little setting spray. We're gonna do the e.l.f. Power Grip setting spray. So we're gonna redo the black liner. I got the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist pencil. This is the shade Black Graphite. It's called Graphite. In the waterline here. Ooh, this look definitely needed the eyeliner. But what it also needs is really super heavy duty black bottom lashes. So I got the Maybelline Sky High mascara, and I'm just gonna do a very generous like 20 coats on the lower lashes. I want them to be super, super thick and to balance out the lower lash line. And I'll also redo the top lashes to make them look really thick as well. But normally when you're putting new mascara on top of old like mascara you've been wearing all day, it doesn't really work that good. It doesn't just work. But this one is really wet, so it goes over your worn mascara really nicely. At least this combo did, but what I have on now is the Maybelline Firework. And I really loved the really heavy lower lash look so much. I just love it. I look crazy. I love it. I love it. Okay. Also gonna do the top lashes a little thicker so everything looks a little balanced. Do you remember when Urban Decay put out a mascara meant for this exact thing? It was a mascara that was made to reapply later in the day for this reason, like to touch up your mascara for a night out or something. I never bought it because I just couldn't picture how it would work, but I remembered it when I was doing this yesterday. Okay, and there we go. Once the lower lashes dry a little bit, I want to go back with my brush, this one, and kind of smudge out. I'm gonna do it right now. Smudge this out a little bit more so it doesn't look so harsh. Like I almost want it to go into my lines that I have under there, like your little folds, so it looks like I had it on all day. Maybe not that far. Okay, so there we are so far. I do want to darken the eyebrows a little more. I want them darker. I used that $1 Billion Beauty powder, which is like a taupey color. So I'm going to go with the Wet n Wild Brow Kit in the shade Ash Brown. And this one has a really nice darker eyebrow color, eyebrow powder. And I just want them darker. I think this eye look needs a darker brow. Ooh, look at the difference. Can you tell? Is it just me? I just feel like the brows looked a little too soft for how much eye makeup I have on me, you know? Okay, oh yeah, perfect. That was definitely the finishing touch I needed. Ooh, I love this. I love this eye look so much. I just can't believe how good that shade was at blending in the outer corner because I was very scared of it for a long time. But anyway, that is it. That is the makeup I wore last night to the concert, although it was kind of a bust. Saw one good band, but I'm waiting to hear back from their manager and I will keep you updated. Anyway, that is it. Let me know what you think. Ooh, I love this eye look. I gotta film another video. I don't want this makeup to go to waste. Anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss my next one, and I will see you later in another video. Oh, goodbye.